Morning, everybody. It's 8:48, and it is Tuesday, the 16th of April. And no, I didn't win the marathon yesterday. Okay, so we had a bunch of earnings news this morning, and it's been pretty interesting. This is your um, 2145th video. Okay. Asia and Europe are both lower. The futures look very strong, but that is somewhat deceiving. This morning, the Dow was up 243, currently up 291. The Nasdaq was up 26, is now up 45, and the S&P is up 10 and was up 10, now up 15. So, what's it all about? Well, there's one stock making the entire move in the Dow, or 90% of the move in the Dow, and that's UNH with a beat. The stock is trading at 478.82, and that is up 33.19 or 7.45%. We had bank earnings, B of A beat, Morgan Stanley beat. B of A is up about 20 cents at 36.10, but Morgan Stanley was a much more substantial beat, and it's trading around 90, up about $2.80, and that's 3%. As I said, the UNH is up 7.5% and is the highest priced, most heavily weighted Dow stock. We had housing starts at this morning at 8:30, and they were both misses. Housing starts and permits. Housing starts were expected to be about 1.5 million, came in at 1.3 million on an annual basis, and that is also down from 1.48 last month, and we're talking about a 14% drop there. Permits were 1,450,000 versus 1,510,000 expected. And at 9:15, too late for me to put this out, we have industrial production and capacity utilization. They are generally not market moving issues. We have Live Nation, LYV, 90, down almost 10 or 10% on a Wall Street Journal article that DOJ is investigating them for antitrust. As far as the futures go, they are really mixed, even mixed within the groups, except for the grains, which are down across the board. Um, we have the oil down a little, only 33 cents. We have heating oil down less than a penny. We have gasoline up a third of a penny, and nat gas is basically unchanged to slightly higher, up 2/10 of a cent. The gold, which was higher earlier, trading as high as 24.08, is now 23.89. That's still up $5. Pardon me. 89.8, up $6.90, while the silver and the copper are both down. Silver down 33 cents, copper down 7.5 cents, platinum slightly lower, palladium down 34. Yesterday, we also had a lot of move in some of the base metals, copper and aluminum in particular. Cotton down, coffee down, sugar down, cocoa down, lumber down, I guess on the housing starts, and orange juice lower. As I said, The stock futures are higher, but only slightly if you discount just that one UNH move. Um, Dollar is slightly lower, down about a dime. Um, Bitcoin and Ethereum are both down, even ahead of the halving, which occurs on Saturday of this week. And the bonds, which were slightly higher, are now lower. Made a low yesterday. I just want to see if this is a lower low this morning. Um, this is the weekly. Let me go to the daily. Yes, we did make a slightly lower low. Yesterday's low broke 114, which was the bottom end of my expectation. And today they got down to 113.29. That was yesterday, sorry. Today they got down to 113.23. And right now they're mid range, but still slightly lower on the day. Um, it really, I find it not ha ha funny, but I find it kind of strange that Iran, which has no trouble going after our ships in the Gulf or, you know, firing on U.S. Army bases at the attack on Iraq. Um, but when tiny little Israel does something, all of a sudden it's a big deal and it's the first time in history. And I think that's going to unfold in a bigger way than most of us expect. Um, but, that's just me. So, let's see. Today, after the close, let's just take a quick look here from last night's daily note. Today, we also have PNC. Oh, PNC beat, actually, I think. And after the close, we have Interactive Brokers, JBHT, which is always a big number, or a market moving number. That's JB Hunt. That's the in the transports, and UAL also after the close. So we do have more information. This is actually a fairly busy week um, for news. Other stocks that have moved: Johnson and Johnson beat by 7 cents. Inline revenues raises the quarterly dividend. The stock is 146.85. That's down three quarters, so only a third of a percent, but kind of interesting. PNC, as I said, beat by 9 cents. Also revenue in line, but guides Q2 revenue below consensus, and that one's 148 and a half, down 106 or 7 tenths. Microsoft is investing $1.5 billion in Abu Dhabi's G42 to accelerate AI development and global expansion. International Paper is acquiring DS Smith. I don't really have any background information on that, but iPaper is 37 and a half. That's up about three quarters. Rivian upgraded to neutral from sell at UBS. The stock is $8 and 34 cents. That's down 6 cents. AMD upgraded to buy from hold at HSBC, faring a little better. 162 up about $1.50 or just about 1%. And Morgan Stanley on their beat, 89 up a little over $2, and that's 2.3%. All right, folks, be careful out there. Oh, Asia and Europe, by the way, are both lower. Be careful out there. Yesterday's reversal was stunning. And frankly, I think we're going to see more days like yesterday with across the board failures after opening to the upside. Have a good one.